One of the most amazing sights in the country is that of a sheepdog working a herd with just a few short commands from the handler. This week, as what's claimed to be the first serious long-term research project into just what makes a great sheepdog got underway, we caught up with a South Australian man who has overcome tough personal odds to train some pretty extraordinary poochers.
My proper name is Kelvin, commonly known as Twisty. That's a bit of a nickname I picked up years ago, and it's stuck, and everyone around Australia and wherever I go know me as Twisty. Right, ammo. Good boy.
Kelvin, or Twisty to his friends and neighbours, is putting one of his prized kelpies, Ammo, through his paces.
Ammo.
At this moment, there is little doubt that Ammo is in sheepdog heaven. For Tanya, Adele, Kevin, Buff and the other dogs, just sitting and watching, this must be sheepdog hell. But waiting their turn is a crucial lesson in their education.
You don't want to be working them all at once, because you get to the yards by the end of the day. If you're working 12, 14-hour days, well, you want a fresh dog by the end of, still have fresh dogs by the end of the day.
Kelvin, his family and his dogs live in the Murray Mallee at Perilla near the South Australian-Victorian border. Two things are immediately apparent about him: his dogs and his hands.
Spy. Spy, come. Spy, come. Well, I was born with short arms, as you could see, and so I've grown up with that all my life, so I don't know anything different. My old grandfather said to me years ago when I was a young fella, and he said, "Kelvin, there's no such word as can't. Just remember that."
He's got so much ability. He's willing to try. He drives trucks, he drives tractors, he's crutched a sheep, he's shorn I'm not sure if he's shorn a sheep, but he's got the willpower to nothing's going to beat him.
Early on, Kelvin discovered what he could do is train dogs. He trained his first at the age of 15.
It was a Cooley Kelpie cross, and she was a real nice little dog, real good in the paddock, good in the yards, and she actually got me started on farms and that sort of thing, because they all heard about this dog that I had.
Do you have a gift?
Because I find it naturally what I can do it, obviously I have, because I get the dogs to respond to me, and it's all the same as horses and breaking horses and that sort of thing. It's all pressure and release on a dog. Round, Tanya, round.
It's important to give dogs clear, short, consistent commands.
Here.
Problems with dogs, he says, usually arrive on two legs rather than four. Breed, though, does matter. All but one of Kelvin dogs are Kelpies. Black and white Spy cuts a slightly lonely figure here, the only collie in Kelpie country.
Kelpies are a lot better than a collie. You get the collie boys, they think, no, Kelpies are just dust makers, but no, they Kelpies are a bit more solid going than a collie.
What makes a great sheepdog is a complex question, more than just collie versus Kelpie, or for that matter, nature versus nurture. This week, Sydney veterinary PhD student Jonathan Early started a project that might just help answer that question.
This is important for a number of reasons, namely to produce more successful working dogs, understanding what behavioural traits define a successful working dog.
What is clear is that good dogs are becoming highly sought after and more important than ever. They can command well into four figures, but the money is worth it for a variety of reasons. 3-year-old Chisel is one of Kelvin dogs, bought by a long-suffering wife who was sick of her husband telling her how to herd sheep.
The wife's always wondering, why is it so hard to do these sort of things? And we knew that Twisty was in the area and he was a good dog trainer. So she, for my birthday in May last year, bought me a dog, and it's the best thing that's ever happened.
Then there's the money paid in the mining industry. The rural sector just can't match those wages, even if the workers are available. And dogs can be easier to get on with too.
A good dog is worth 2 to 3 blokes in the yards. And when you're looking at employing 2 or 3 blokes, and the dogs won't say it's too wet or it's too cold or it's too hot to work, they'll go to work and they won't answer back.
David Daniel is another who swears by Kelvin Barr's dogs. He's the local stock agent and says as sheep are being bred bigger and heavier, getting in amongst them brings an increased risk. 7-year-old Monty can do the job better and safer.
If you're in with the livestock and they get a little bit cornered or flustered, they can come at you and you can do a knee or any other injury. Yes, there's been many people in the past that have been injured by livestock. Having a dog helps you be able to draft the sheep on your own and get them in and out the paddock on your own quite easily.
Man and dog, or indeed woman and dog. It is one of the most important relationships in the country.
Hey mate, get up here.
And that, in the end, is what Kelvin Barr says is the key to a great sheepdog. A good relationship.
They're my mates as well. I cart them around with me everywhere I go. And if I go to town to do something, these dogs all come with me. They're all mates. They'll die for you.
Incidentally, he does shear sheep too, but says that it's too hard on the back.